Hello, my name is Sarah, and today we're going to be looking at the Kali Oracle by Alana Fairchild. As a side note, I kind of wish that deck creators put like a little prize in each of their boxes, like, cereal boxes from back in the day. Little extra prize. Anyway, the Oracle is by Alana Fairchild, and the illustrator is Jimmy Manton. It is printed by Blue Angel. It has a very lovely box, gives you some card previews, and it's just a regular two-piece box along with mystery paper. The production quality is pretty standard for today's oracles being produced by Blue Angel. The book itself is a large guidebook. It has about 222 pages. It has a great table of contents. The introduction is starts from page 7 and goes to page 30. On page 32, there is how to do a blessing of the deck, and there are 2 3-card spreads, and then it goes into the card meanings. For each description of the card, you get the number and the name. The first paragraph is italicized and describes the situation at hand. The following paragraphs describe the card meanings and with more background information. For each card, there is an invocation ritual to be spoken out loud. There are some visualizations given, but not for every card, and there's also physical movement given for each ritual. They do vary slightly. Some are a little bit longer in descriptions than others. The cards themselves are matte and have a beautiful background to them. They are quite large and sturdy. A lot of people prefer matte cardstock. I don't mind it. It does kind of stick a little bit. It is a little bit grippy, but overall, it's a lovely deck. So, getting into who is Kali, she is a Hindu goddess of time, doomsday, and death. Her first appearance is in the Sanskrit culture in the glorification of the goddess around the 6th century CE. She is commonly associated with death, sexuality, violence, and motherly love. She has 2 origins that I have found. The first one being that the goddess Parvati shed her dark skin and the sheath became Kali. The second one was that there were 2 demons that were attacking the goddess Durga. Durga responds with such anger it causes her face to turn dark, resulting in Kali appearing out of her forehead. And then, of course, Kali immediately defeats the demons. Another interesting bit about Kali is that she's often depicted with a long tongue. Part of that comes from a story where she is fighting a demon, and during the fight, the demon is shedding blood, and every drop of blood that hits the ground, a new demon sprouts up. So Kali laps up the blood so that none of the blood actually hits the ground, and she eventually defeats the demon. Moreover, she is known as the destroyer of evil forces to protect the innocent, and she is also known for feminine empowerment and sexual liberation. Within this oracle, Kali represents power and protectiveness, a confronting and painful process, but will ultimately lead to your spiritual benefit. Not to fear pain, but to find the courage to move through it. The author likens this process to ripping off a band-aid. Sometimes band-aids need to be removed in order to heal properly. She does not manifest in our lives to make things more difficult. She manifests to free us swiftly and with precision. Kali's nature is that she receives and devours, resulting in creating space. Within that space is where we can do our healing. To put it another way, Kali absorbs the trauma that we've experienced, allowing us to heal. Kali manifests in the constructive use of destructive energy. So Kali teaches us not to buy into the illusion that our pain and misery, that we are prisoner to it. We are not the victim of our misery, that we have the power to overcome our situation if we choose to. So working with this deck has been interesting. From previous experience working with other dark goddesses, it does take a little bit of effort. Usually their doors are not wide open. You kind of have to show persistence and a willingness to learn about them, their cultural background and how they apply to your life, and understand them better, because dark goddesses are typically more complicated than, the average goddess, in my personal opinion. But it can be quite rewarding if you make the effort. So in the guidebook, it does suggest either a 1-card pull or a 3-card pull. I probably would work with just 1 card at a time, but by all means, I think 3 cards would give you a sufficient snapshot of the issue and how to resolve it, and guidance. But it can be a lot to chew on, considering how detailed each card is, especially working with darker energies. Like it's more draining, so I definitely would recommend maybe 3 tarot cards and 1 oracle pull. I think that would be a great read. Overall, this deck is quite lovely, has a lot of beautiful imagery, and yeah, I really enjoy it. So thanks for watching. Bye.